जम्मू कश्मीर जहां पर सुरक्षा बलों की जो है प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस चल रही है, चलते हैं वहां पर।
क्योंकि शायद कोई ध्यान नहीं दे रहा है, वहां के लोग काफी सारे लोग हैं, एक्स-सर्विसमैन भी हैं।
First of all, I take offense to your words of prisoners of army. There's nothing like that. Please. Please. Okay. Notwithstanding that, जो villages फेंस के आगे हैं, क्योंकि फेंस एक एंटी इन्फिल्ट्रेशन सिस्टम है और उस एंटी इन्फिल्ट्रेशन सिस्टम को हर वक्त टाइट रखना और उसके ऊपर नजर रखना बहुत जरूरी है। लेकिन उन विलेजेस को आर्मी उन विलेजेस के हमसाया है वहां पे हम लोग। We live with them. You go for one day and you file a report. We live with them 24/7 for 365 days. They are like our families there. And we allow them at the time of their choosing as to when they want to come out. And there are instances at 2 in the night we have taken out the pregnant ladies carrying the cot on the shoulders of the Jawans. We care so much for our citizens in that area. So I think that sums it all.
आपसे यही आप उड़ी की बात चल रही है, जो पिछले कुछ दिनों के दौरान लगातार सीज़फायर वायलेशन लाइन ऑफ कंट्रोल पे हुई है। तो पहली बार देखा गया है कि कश्मीर में भी जो है वहां पर भी ये हो रही थी उड़ी के सेक्टर था। तो लेटेस्ट स्टेटस जो है बिटवीन ऑन द सीज़फायर वायलेशन फ्रंट, व्हाट इज द स्टेटस इन द कश्मीर वैली ऑन द लाइन ऑफ फ्रंट? कहां पर कोशिश हुई और कहां पर आपने जवाब दिया है पाकिस्तानी फायरिंग?
ऑफ लेट जैसे कि आपको मालूम है, कुछ दिन पहले भी उरी सेक्टर में पाकिस्तान ने अनप्रोवोक्ड फायरिंग की थी और कुछ हमारी सिविलियन कैजुअलिटी कमलकोट विलेज में हुई थी। परसों रात को भी फिर पाकिस्तान ने अनप्रोवोक्ड फायरिंग की है। फिर कमलकोट विलेज में 5 सिविलियन कैजुअलिटी हुई हैं और उन सिविलियन कैजुअलिटीज को फर्स्ट एड भी आर्मी ने दिया है, उनको वैक्यूएट भी आर्मी ने किया है और उसके लिए हम कार्रवाई कर रहे हैं ताकि जो सिविलियन कैजुअलिटी पाकिस्तान क्या कर रहा है, पाकिस्तान क्योंकि आर्मी को हिट नहीं कर पा रहा है तो इसलिए सिविलियन विलेजेस जो गांव बॉर्डर के साथ एलसी के साथ साथ है उनको हिट कर रहा है। एंड खास करके कमलकोट इन द लास्ट 2 काउंटर सीज़फायर वायलेशंस हैज कम अंडर ट्रेमेंडस फायरिंग फ्रॉम पाकिस्तानी साइड एंड सिविलियन कैजुअलिटीज हैव हैपेंड बिकॉज ऑफ पाकिस्तानी फायरिंग व्हिच इज अनप्रोवोक्ड। नॉटविथस्टैंडिंग दैट, इंडियन आर्मी हैज गिवन अ बिफिटिंग रिप्लाई एंड वी हैव हिट देयर मिलिट्री टारगेट्स फ्रॉम द वेयर दीज वेपन्स आर फायरिंग इन द काउंटर टू देयर सीज़फायर वायलेशंस।
जो इंसिडेंट हुआ क्या उसके बाद पीओके या पाकिस्तान में मिलिटेंटों की मदद में कोई कमी आई है या सिर्फ पाकिस्तान दिखावा के लिए ये सब कुछ कर रहा है?
आई थिंक इसके ऊपर नेशनल लेवल के ऊपर चीफ ऑफ आर्मी स्टाफ, चीफ ऑफ एयर स्टाफ एंड द नेशनल लीडर्स हैव मेड लॉट ऑफ स्टेटमेंट्स एंड आई थिंक वी शुड गो बाय दैट एंड आई वुड बी हैप्पी इफ यू टॉक टू मी अबाउट 15 कोर एंड कश्मीर वैली।
But I think you should send somebody to the national highway and see how people are being harassed in the vehicles. This has nothing to do with the question, but just someone I personally felt it.
Okay, the last part of the question first. I don't have to send anyone. I got the whole of my army on the roads doing the ROP. And you all know it. You know it from the heart of heart. You're smiling also. That you don't have to wait for more than a minute, minute and a half to 2 minutes. That sums up the third part. First, and coming back to the how many numbers in the valley, I think IGP Saab has already said this. These are operational details. We would not like to divulge it. But notwithstanding, suffices to say, in the last 3 months or so, the local recruitment has come down. And that's a good sign. And coming down to the another part of the question was the terrorist and our own casualties. I would like to take some time on this. Ladies and gentlemen, what happens is when the encounter starts, it's invariably in the last few encounters, it's in the built-up areas where a lot of civilians are there, where a lot of property is there. We take time and we make efforts to, first of all, evacuate all the civilians. We don't want a hostage situation. We don't want a situation where civilians are injured or suffer a loss of life or property in the crossfire. As a result, we take more precautions and we take more risks. to evacuate the civilians before we actually go in for an actual firefight. And in that case, when we are trying to evacuate the innocent civilians, there are chances, if you see all the operations where the casualties have happened to us, it happened in the initial stages. Initial stages, because we are trying to take out the civilians, we are exposing ourselves, if I can use that word. And that is basically because we don't want the innocent civilians to get hurt, injured or killed in this type of an operation. So that is why the casualties which happened on our side happened because of that, but that will not deter us. We will continue to carry out our operations with surgical precision and giving all possible help and assistance and protection to the civilians.
Sir, would you be at least able to say that whether their presence is much more in North Kashmir as compared to South Kashmir? At least, can you say that?
So can I add a point in this, that can we say that after these operations, their operational capability isn't crippled to the extent that they cannot really carry out another Pulwama-like attack? Can we simply say that, right?
See, I cannot answer any hypothetical question. What I have told you is that the leadership of the JEM has been hit and hit very badly. And it is work in progress, and we are still continuing to do it. As we are sitting here now also, before I moved in, a very solid information had just come in. And that was why I am trying to tell you this is basically because it's a work in progress. I will not like to give any more details of that.
Wait, Kamalji, please. Kamalji, please. No, please wait, Kamalji, please.
Sir, this is Asif here. I work for News18. Sir, I have two questions, one for you and another for IG Kashmir. So first question pertains to your domain. You gave us details about the encounters and killing of militants in hinterland. What is the position at LOC? Because Snow is mentioned down now. Do we felt any attempt of infiltration by militants from LC? And do you have any reports that there are camps of these launching pads around the LOC and militants, number of militants here they may try to infiltrate in this substation?
Okay, as regards the situation on the line of control, I have told you in the 15 Corps zone, that is the Kashmir Valley line of control, the ceasefire violations are happening in the Uri sector. In the Uri sector, the ceasefire violations are happening, and I have given the details of that, and also the civilians being targeted unprovoked by the Pakistan Army and the civilian casualty which have happened. However, in the balance of the area, the snow levels are quite high, as you are aware, and in balance of the areas of 15 Corps zone, in the recent past, no ceasefire violation has happened. Coming to the point about the launch pads in the Pakistan-occupied Kashmir, yes, we have the information, and there are intelligence reports of terrorists waiting at the launch pads to infiltrate whenever they get a chance, and we are alive to it.
Sir, my next part of question is for IGP Kashmir. Sir, there are reports that government may announce kind of a rehabilitation policy for militants. Do forces support that policy? Like we were hearing that those militants who will surrender and come back to the mainstream, they will be given jobs or kind of a stipend. Do forces on ground?
तो सेना की प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस चल रही है और आप सुन रहे थे पुलवामा हमले का मास्टरमाइंड मारा जा चुका है, ढेर हो चुका है, और प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस में ये भी बताया गया कि जैश ए मोहम्मद के खिलाफ ऑपरेशन जारी रहेगा और जैश ए मोहम्मद का जो वो सदस्य था मुदस्सिर अहमद, उसको ढेर कर दिया है पुलिस ने, जो पुलवामा हमले का मास्टरमाइंड था। ये बड़ी कामयाबी सेना की तरफ से